Welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I am your host, Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. I want to apologize for earlier. There were some circumstances that were beyond my control. I'm not going to go into detail as to what they were, but I just want to focus on the here and now. Hope y'all like that theme that I put up. That's a song called Two Page Spread. I'll be playing it on my song. It'll serve as the theme of my song from here on out, and I'll play it at the beginning and the end of each episode. So I, as well as all the faculty and students at the University of Louisiana Monroe, are currently out on fall break. Now, for those who don't know what fall break is, as far as ULM goes, let me explain. Usually in the month of October, they'll take a week, and then Thursday and Friday we have those days off. And I'm going to take advantage of that by playing the piano at the Town's Cafe and Tea Room in Minden tomorrow. And if you happen to be in the area, just come on by. Hear some great music, eat some great food. Can't go wrong. All right, I'm a Louisiana boy, and I've been a lifelong Saints fan, and I am more than thrilled that they're 5-0. And this Sunday, they're going to be playing the New England Patriots in Foxborough, Massachusetts. And it's going to be a good game, but I believe the Saints are going to come out on top. And I also believe that the Saints defense is going to wise up and then make Tom Brady their huckleberry all game long. I know. There's probably some New England Patriots fans right now that are watching this, and they're probably thinking, "You moron." But I'm just calling it the way I see it. All right. Without further ado, let's get to the comics I bought today. First up is Superman Wonder Woman #1. This is the first issue of their new series, and if you think this covers something, check this out. Pretty cool, huh? All this is Superman and Wonder Woman, and then some of the characters that are in their separate books. Like, for example, on Superman's side, you may see Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, Bizarro, and Brainiac. And on Wonder Woman's side, you happen to see Orion and Firstborn and Cheetah. Well, the only thing I could say is that it seems like ever since the end of Justice League #12, when they had that kiss, it seems like their relationship has got even serious. Well, more serious, rather. So serious that they had to have their own book. Well, that being said, because I'm a fan of both of them, and I'm a fan of, and I'm approving of their relationship, I will read this book. That's why I bought it. Besides, I'm not going to read a book I don't like. That's crazy. Okay. Next up is Infinity #4. This is a miniseries from Marvel that's a 6-part miniseries, and it talks about these aliens coming to quote-unquote cleanse Earth when they really want to destroy it. And the Avengers, with the exception of a few of them, have gone out in space to stop the bigger threat, although the smaller threat have already come to New York and started destroying things. Next up is Deadpool #17. This is This is a part 3 of a 5-part miniseries called The Good and the Bad and the Ugly. And this also guest stars Captain America and Wolverine. And in this one, Deadpool finds out that Weapon X, which was the department that also gave Wolverine his adamantium, years ago, Deadpool was just good old Wade Wilson, and but he was dying of cancer. So he went to Weapon X for help to help him help him get rid of the cancer. Well, it all turns out that over the years, they have been secretly removing certain organs from his body. And now that he's found out the truth, there's what to pay, or should I say where to pay. The one thing I like about this book is co-written by comedian Brian Posehn. If you don't know who Brian Posehn is, he played the the minister who was marrying off Reed Richards and Susan Richards in Fantastic Four: The Rise of the Silver Surfer, and he was also a cast member on the Sarah Silverman program. All right. Up next is Thor: God of Thunder number 12. Well, rather number 14. Thor recently just returned to Asgardia, but then this new threat called the Accursed, who is a wayward frost giant, decides they want to come up and destroy not only Asgardia, but the part of Earth where Asgardia is. And if you don't know who the frost giants are, remember, or remember Thor, the movie Thor? Well, the frost giants were those guys that Thor, Loki, Lady Sif, and the Warriors 3 went up against and was beating their behinds, much to the delight of Thor's father, Odin. All right, next up, Superboy number 24. Now, in Action Comics number 24, which came out last week that I told you about in last week's episode, the Psycho Pirate decides he wants to come after Superman. Well, this time, the Boy of Steel is his next target. And up next is Mighty Avengers number 2, which is a tie-in to the Infinity miniseries. Now, the Mighty Avengers are the Avengers that are staying behind while the rest of them are in space. And these Avengers consist of Luke Cage, Spider-Man, White Tiger, Photon, and the new Power Man. And they're going to eliminate all of the smaller threats that have arrived on New York. Or in New York, rather. All right. Up next is Superior Spider-Man Team Up number 4, which is also a tie-in to Infinity. Now, this book pretty much says it all. It's a team-up book that Spider-Man, he teams up with a random Marvel heroes. Well, this is kind of a continuation from Mighty Avengers number 2. And get this, they even add a new member in this book. Or should I say this issue. Up next is Green Lantern Corps number 24, which is part 2 of the Lights Out story arc that crosses over from Green Lantern Corps, and Green Lantern New Guardians. In this one, Relic not only wants to sap all the juice out of the central power barrier of Oa, he wants to destroy Oa, period. And the Green Lantern Corps is finding it harder and harder to stop him. Up next is Avengers Arena number 16. Now let me tell you a little bit about Avengers Arena. This book pretty much talks about this classic X-Men villain named Arcade. And for some unexplained reason, he arrives on Avengers Academy and kidnaps the students of Avengers Academy. And he brings them to his playpen called Murder World. And he pretty much wants them to kill each other for no reason. Sick, isn't it? That's only because Arcade happens to be one of the sickest villains in comics, period, much less the Marvel Universe. I mean, just like Billy Preston said, there's a story. There's a story with no morals, and the bad guy wins every once in a while. So more than likely, this is probably one of those books. All right, right here is Captain America number 12. Now you're probably wondering, is that Captain America? I can assure you that it's not. It's actually some guy named Frank Simpson, who also goes by the name Nuke. And he was a product of an experiment to recreate the super soldier serum, which is also responsible for, Steve Rogers being Captain America now. The only difference is instead of being an equal to Captain America, he became a rogue Captain America, and in this issue he resurfaces in a small town in Eastern Europe to kill and he basically kills innocent people all in the name of America. And he pretty much, that tag team in the WWE calls the Real Americans. They don't have anything on this guy, anything. And here I have Avengers AI numbers 3 and 4. Now, one awesome thing about this book is that the it stars Hank Pym, and he recruits some robots like Ultron. Not Ultron, but the Vision, who was created by Ultron. And this book spans out of a miniseries called Age of Ultron, which has nothing to do with the upcoming Avengers movie called Avengers Age of Ultron. That's completely different. But Vision is the leader of the group, and they even have a Doom bot. In other words, a robot created by Doctor Doom, who originally wanted to kill anything that wasn't Latvian. But then Hank Pym programmed him to do good. I found it interesting because I'm a diehard Avengers fan. I always have been, and I figured why not. So far, it's been a good read. I mean, I read the first 2 issues, and they did not disappoint at all. All right, next up is Thunderbolts number 16. This is also an Affinity tie-in, and this Thunderbolts team isn't like the previous Thunderbolts team. This is a completely different team with a new leader. The leader of this team is Red Hulk, who is also General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, who has been the arch nemesis of the Hulk. So one day he figured, after failing so many times, okay, the only way to deal with the Hulk is to become what I don't like the most, a Hulk. So he doused himself with gamma radiation, and the rest is history. Other members of this Thunderbolts team are Deadpool, Venom, Elektra, Punisher, and his new character named Mercy. And lastly, Iron Man number 16. This is part of a story arc called The Origin of Tony Stark, where it was revealed to Stark that years ago, a deal was while his mom was pregnant with him, she and his father Howard Stark ended up making a deal with some kind of alien race to genetically alter uh, Tony's genetic makeup to the point where he didn't just so they wouldn't destroy the planet. But I tell you, just when we thought just when we thought Tony Stark was messed up in the head, this this gets worse. All right, bought 14 a day, and adding on to the current total, I currently have 5,930 comics. And so now there's 70 to go till 6,000, and I'm very excited about it. And I want to thank everyone again for all the suggestions that you made, and if you see anything else that you think would make the show a lot better, then I'm all ears. I'm not gonna to be closed-minded towards anyone's suggestions, because I don't want to settle for how good it is. I want to get better. You see, we tend to miss out on a lot of great opportunities because we tend to settle. I'm not that kind of person. But anyway, that's all I have. And to all my fellow ULM students, y'all have a great fall break. And like I said, if you happen to be in town, come by Tom's Cafe and Tea Room. Uh, and I'll be there. I'll be playing the piano, so you'll hear great music and you'll eat great food if you come by. All right, that's all I have. I'm Victor Nunley. I'm the comic hero. I'll see y'all next week. Till then, may the bags and boards be with you.